Hello my crafty lovelies, it's Pamela. Welcome back to my channel. I wanted to share with you today some boho bookmarks that I made that I put in my Christmas boutique that I had, and they sold out, so I made some more and I wanted to show them to you. These two are mine, but these three will go in the shop with the others, but I just wanted to show them to you because they are just so fun. And it's just a piece of sari silk or chiffon, whatever fabric that you have, and then just some kind of a piece that you can loop the fabric through and make like a slip knot. And then you just add charms and it hangs at the top of the book, and then you have two pieces that you can use as bookmarks, and at the end of each one of those are more charms. And you just put charms on them and they are just so fun. So that's the green one. And then this one has a vintage key and a vintage piece of jewelry on it. And then at this end, a copper bird, some more jewelry pieces, one of my boho beads. I added one of my boho beads on each one of them. Then some more vintage jewelry, more charms. They are just so fun and they look great in any book, really. Let me put one in here in this book for you, just so you can kind of see the effect that you get. So it hangs off the top and down at the bottom. How fun is that? So this book is in my shop, by the way. I should probably do a video on that. Anyway, I just wanted to share them with you and show you how I make them if you're interested in making them yourself, because if you've got lots of beads and charms and findings and bits and pieces, they are just so easy to make. So let me move everything and I will show you how it's done. So I've already gathered, obviously, some pieces, and I have this little piece of jewelry that I salvaged from a bunch of broken jewelry that I bought. And all you need is something that has a hole in it, and it could be anything. I've used these. This is from a bracelet, and you can just slip the fabric in. You just need something, you know, if you want something bigger, or an old piece from a watch, anything will work. It just is what you are looking at and what you want. And then you take a piece of sari silk, or like I said, chiffon, printed fabric. You could even use cotton. I just happen to love the boho sari fabric look. And these pieces are about 18 inches. You can make them shorter if you want. And then I overlap them at an angle, as you can see right here. And I just take a little stitch back and forth on my sewing machine. And then all you do is feed your piece of fabric through whatever finding you've got and just do a slip knot. Let me get that in there. Sorry, my hands aren't working too well today. Okay. And I like these little bits of fabric because it adds something to the piece right here. Instead of just seeing a knot, it adds some interest. You can cut these off or just use one piece of fabric and fold it in half, whatever you want. So then on the opposite end of the fabric, I take a large bead. No, sorry, you could use a large bead. A larger link from a necklace, and I just feed that through here. Now you can use other things to close this off. Let me show you after we finish this. all I do is tie just one knot through there. And I do that because if somebody purchases this and they want it shorter, all they have to do is undo that knot and they could make it shorter. They cut off the excess if they want. Now you could use, let me show you these. Instead of tying a knot, you could use these little clasps. They're little caps, little end caps, and they have, it's like a screw, and you feed your fabric through that, and it has a little piece on either end that, well, can't see it. I know it's really hard to see, but the fabric kind of catches onto it and it holds it in place. So you just feed it through whatever connector you have. I hope that makes sense. Anyway, I just add one of those to each end, tie a knot, and then it's just a matter of adding all the little charms and bits and pieces to the ring, or the link, the chain. So I've got a variety of things here, and like I said, you can cut this off a little shorter, leave it, whatever you want to do. So let's just add some beads and bits and pieces. Got a selection of things, and just to make it fun. So, and I have already added rings to everything just to make it easier and quicker on camera. But I'm just going to open that up. I'm going to add it to this piece right here. Got to get it through the opening. How fun is that? And you just add as much or as little as you want to each piece. Now I kind of have a number in mind. I like odd numbers, so like 3 different things I'll add. So I'm just going to leave that one. Now I'm going to go to the end. I kind of go back and forth. It just depends on my mood. But I like to see how it's coming along instead of just adding everything at one end. I kind of like to space them out and see how it's coming together, if that makes sense. So let's add this piece. This is from some jewelry that I deconstructed. And just going to add that there. And let's add something to this side. Let's see. What do I want? I think let's add this piece of chain. Like I said, it's just however much you want to add to each end. I like to have a little bit of weight to them so that they kind of stay in place. No sense in having a bookmark if it's just going to fall apart or fall out of your book because it doesn't have enough weight to it, if that makes sense. Let's see. I really like this little fairy. So let's add her back over on this one. And I love this little chiffon flower. Maybe I'm going to add that over here, back at the top. If I can get it through there. It's a little tight fit because of the fabric. There we go. like to pull out the colors. If it's a printed fabric, I like to, you know, add some color to it. Let's see. This is really fun. So this is just some little pieces that I made, put together. So let's add that. And I just obviously mix the metals and the colors because that's what I like. But if you want everything to be silver or gold or bronze or whatever, you just do you, right? I think this piece needs a little bit of green, so I'm going to add this green bead binding here. Let's see. That looks so cool. I think I want to add one of my boho beads. Which one? I think that one kind of matches, or has a lot of colors in it like the fabric does. So let's add that. Let's see if that's it. That's the top. Here's one end. How fun are these? Just dangles and so fun. I like to add things that are different lengths so you get a little bit of interest. I've got an old pewter button here that you could add. Another piece of jewelry. But I think I'm gonna call it good with what's on here because I feel like it's finished. So let me know what you think. Have you made these before? If you're interested, there are some in my Etsy shop. But how fun is that to add to one of your junk journals, your personal journal, your planner, your diary, whatever you want, or the current book you're reading. Just so fun and great way to use up your beads and your charms and bits and pieces that you have, and even pieces of sari silk and fabrics. Friends, remember to be kind to each other, and God bless you, and I will talk to you all soon. Bye-bye.